XDefiant, the game that's supposed to kill Call of Duty, take the FPS world by storm. Where is it? After the last playtest that we had around August of 2023, we haven't really heard much about the game other than it's being worked on and it's definitely coming out. But with the initial promise of late summer, early fall release, players have been left with a bit of a sour taste in their mouth with XDefiant. Now, I answer the question, has XDefiant already flopped? So if you're going to stick around, I'm Kid Covert, you're the viewer, you already knew that, so let's get right into it. Alright guys, we can't have this conversation without already talking about the impact that XDefiant had from the moment that its beta was released and we got our hands on it and it was open to the general public. This game was so much fun. I still miss this game. It reminds you of old school Call of Duty with a twist, and I feel like it puts the complicated parts of a video game in the right spot within the gameplay and not everything around it. Now that's a video for another day, so if you want to know what I'm talking about, stick around for that one. But for the most part, XDefiant was beloved by many. It was deemed the COD killer. Yes, every game that's an FPS that's coming out really is deemed the COD killer, mainly because of COD's own unpopularity later on in this life cycle soon after launch. Whatever the case may be, fans are looking for something a little bit different than Call of Duty, and XDefiant is its top competitor. Now I'm going to reiterate this as I did in most of my other videos. XDefiant is its own game, so it's not a COD clone. I don't feel like it's a COD clone. While it does play very similar, it's different in enough aspects that it is a completely different game, and I am here for it. But what's the problem? Why would one ask, has XDefiant flopped? Why would Kid Covert ask that? Why would you, the viewer, click on this video asking that question? Well, I'm gonna dive into that right now. Now, truthfully, this really all comes down to the fact that XDefiant just hasn't released yet. With its popularity kind of being part of its own downfall and us not getting the full release of the game, especially with the frustrations that came from Modern Warfare 2 2022 and now some with Modern Warfare 3 2023, even though I will say that the reception on Modern Warfare 3 2023 is a lot better than it was in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm so happy for that. I love that the competitive space has already taken its place in Call of Duty to the fact that they made a better product for its players. But what about the fans that didn't want to buy Modern Warfare 3, that didn't want to spend another $70 for what a lot of people deemed as a remake to the old games, something of a product that isn't worth $70, whether that was your opinion or not? There was a general consensus among many that that's what Modern Warfare 3 was. XDefiant was the alternative. Now personally, I can respect the fact that XDefiant really is taking its time to make sure that the product for its players is the best that it can be, that we're all gonna have fun on day one of launch, that there's nothing broken that needs patches, nothing is super busted, but the frustration lingers on. When is this game coming out? We get our little tidbits. We don't really know what to expect. We're hoping for Q1, maybe Q2 of a release for XDefiant. Personally speaking, Q1, Q2 will be the perfect time for XDefiant. It's right there within COD's downtime. People are gonna pick it up. It's a free-to-play game. It costs nothing but their time, and if they're looking for the alternative, it's right there. But the lack of an update really is starting to take its toll, on top of the fact that the last time that we did have a play session, players felt like the game was a little bit different. It didn't feel as fast, it didn't feel as smooth. Now, this was addressed by Mark Rubin, saying that they did not change anything, but there's still issues within the netcode, and they did try out a new netcode within that latest play session. Nevertheless, the game was super hyped around that time. It was a perfect moment for a company to go toe-to-toe with Call of Duty, something that we haven't really seen since Battlefield 1, I would say, and offer a super competitive, super fun, super chess match gameplay style that honestly is really popular right now. Almost every game has to be esport if it's gonna last long. In the world of shooters, that is, I would say. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, because I really want to hear what everybody's opinion on that comment. But that begs the question, did XDefiant jump the gun a little bit by promising a release date? Did XDefiant shoot itself in its own foot by having the super fun beta, but then it seems like there's no release in sight? To be fair, this game was announced almost 3 years ago. Now it's went through many changes, many iterations. It's even changed its name from Tom Clancy's XDefiant to just XDefiant. But one thing that we know for sure is that fans cannot wait. But will it be too long to the point that people have forgotten what XDefiant plays like, forgotten what XDefiant feels like? Now, if the game isn't ready for release, I can understand that. I appreciate getting a full product, even for a free game, which speaks a lot, because we do have premium titles that we get that aren't finished, and we have to deal with day one patches, bugs fixes, all these broken weapons, whatever it may be. I can appreciate appreciate that for a free game that they're making sure that we have the best experience possible. But with everything being worked on, I'm hoping that we see maybe another beta before release, that something really to give the game legs to stand on day one. Fans get reminded of how good XDefiant really was, because as of right now, for the last few months, Call of Duty is just on its own. It's on its pedestal. Halo and Battlefield, I feel like they kind of got left in the dust when it comes to the popularity contest between them all. Now, Battlefield did make a bit of a comeback for a little bit. Halo's still popular because it is Halo and it has its own esport, but Call of Duty is standing alone as the FPS king right now. Many of this is my opinion, but it's also a lot of what I see on social media. XDefiant's taking too long. Who cares about that game anymore? Me, I care about this game. I think this game is going to be one of the best cultural icon games for the next few years because of how similar and different it is to our favorite game. Like I said, it's Call of Duty. The abilities work that it becomes like a chess match between them all. There's a pretty decent skill gap, a skill ceiling. So no, the answer to the question is I don't think XDefiant has flopped. I do think that Ubisoft does need to be careful with the release of this game, that they're not taking too long from another playtest, and that we do receive another playtest just to get reacclimated to the game, just to relive what it was like to play this game when the hype was through the roof. Because I feel like it will do wonders for the game. I don't want to see this game flop on day one. There's not many users. This game has all the makings of being one of the best FPS games that we can ever get our hands on through pure fun and competitiveness. And I may sound like I'm overhyping the game, but I do feel like it has a lot of elements that really make the game fun, a lot of elements tied in from my favorite parts of other games. But what do you guys think? Do you think XDefiant took way too long to release its title? Do you think that we should get another playtest before it's released? How do you think Ubisoft should go about this to make sure that XDefiant really does have the best chance possible of building a good and sustainable community? Because I would love for this game to succeed right alongside Call of Duty and have these two go toe to toe every week, me deciding what I'm gonna play, whether it's XDefiant, Call of Duty, even Valorant that I've just been grinding and staying in silver. But with that being said, it seems like release may be on the horizon. It's gonna be an interesting few months. So if you guys are enjoying the videos, or if you guys are enjoying the thoughts, please like, share, comment what you think below, and also don't forget to subscribe for all things XDefiant, Call of Duty, Valorant, GTA 6, whatever you guys want. Just let me know and I'll be right here for it.